Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the last episode in our series on how to make house music in Ableton Live 9. In this final episode we're going to be looking at mastering the track. Mastering is just tweaking all the audio so it sounds nice together and nothing like too distortion-y over all the different layers. It makes a track sound professional. Now mastering can be quite complicated, so for the purpose of the tutorial I've just made my song quite short and I'm only going to do a beginner's guide on how to actually master your track. So first of all, you want to click on the master track at the bottom, which is just located at the bottom of your track display, and you want to simply make sure you're on the track, and then you want to go to audio effects and drag an audio effect track onto the audio effects bar at the bottom, and there you have this. Inside this you want to first drag a multi-band dynamics, which is in the same area of the audio effects. You then want to find a compressor and just simply drag it onto the effect rack just after the multi-band, and then you want to drag a limiter to the same place. So we're going to turn off the compressor and limiter for now by just clicking their activators up at the top, and we're going to look at the multi-band dynamics first. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to this little threshold ratio display, and we're going to click on the B, which stands for bottom, or below thresholds and ratios. In this we're just going to change all the yellow areas to -80 by simply clicking and dragging down or typing -80. So once we do that, we leave all of these as they are. So now we're going to click on T, which stands for time parameters, and click and change the bottom ones to first 50, then 100, and then 150. We're now going to go to above thresholds, which is the A, and change them all to 0.5. So now we're going to go to the A, which stands for above thresholds, and change these ratios to 0.5, 0.5, and 0.5. Now we're going to look at this input area. This boosts or attenuates the input gain of the high band before it undergoes dynamics processing. So we're just going to change this, and this is personal preference. I know for a fact not to go too high, so above 7 is too much, so I'm going to keep it around, I'm going to say maybe perhaps 6ish. So I'm just going to put it up there, try to keep them all the same. And now 6.4. There we go. So now we're going to move over to the compressor. Simply going to click the activator, so now it's on. And we're not going to change too much, but we are going to press this button down here to open it up. So now we're going to activate our compressor by pressing the on button. And we're simply going to change a few things. We're going to change the attack to 1. We're going to change the release to 20. We're going to change the knee to about, I'm going to say, it's all again personal preference, you've got to add some knee. I'm going to change it to about 6.5. I'm going to change the threshold here to -10, around that area, maybe 10.5. That will be good. I'm going to leave the output as it is, make sure that makeup is enabled and activated, and I'll change the envelope to peak. Let's see, it's already there. Now before we move on to the limiter, I'm simply going to click on this area to show the transfer curve view. What this will do is allow me to look at the look ahead. So if I click on the look ahead, I can now just put this to 1 ms, which is what we want it at. And there, we're done with the compressor. So now we're going to go to limiter. Once again, we're going to activate it. I'm going to turn the gain up to about 4. We're going to change the look ahead to about 6. We can change the release to 300. As you see, it's already there. Just make sure auto's off so we have our personalize. And we're going to change the ceiling to -0.30, sorry, which is already what it's at. And there we have it. Now our track should sound a lot nicer. There we have it. Remember, mastering is all personal use, just like everything else. So now we're going to move on to actually exporting the file. Now, because we have a song that actually has reverb on it, you'll notice that as I play the last few chords on it, you see the sound that doesn't actually stop until about half a bar after the notes are meant to finish. So just listen to that one more time and you see what I'm talking about. So when highlighting the song and showing what parts you want to render, you just want to make sure that you highlight to where the sound actually finishes, or just after. So now that we know the song finishes here, so what I mean by highlighting is once you've found where your sound actually finishes, simply click there and now hold down and simply drag across all the tracks that you want to render. Once you've done this, you want to press Ctrl-Shift-R and it'll bring up this menu called Export Audio or Video. So we want to give ourselves full customization. So we want to make sure that we render the track from the master and not just from an individual track. We want to make the file type a WAV file. We're going to turn the sample rate up to about 48,000 because that's a good sound. We want to leave all of these as they are because they're good sounds. And now that we have a video, we just want to simply click Export. It will ask you where you want to save it, so I'm just going to save it on my desktop and I'm going to call it House Song. I'm going to click Save and it will start rendering. Now you see, on my computer it's quite fast. I have a good CPU and processor, so you can see it's about halfway done already and nearly there, and now we're done. So now I'm just going to go to my desktop. I'm just going to go down until I find it. And there it is, House Song. I'm going to click it. And now I have it as a file. So I hope you guys learned a lot from this series. I enjoyed doing it, it's really fun. I learned some stuff along the way, as I hope you did as well. Remember, your feedback is appreciated on every single video because I take it all in. I look at what I can do better. I look at what I'm doing good at the moment. So everything is appreciated. I hope you guys enjoyed as usual. Please like, comment, subscribe, and peace.